And we are live Sunday night with those guys. And Sunday night with those guys is sponsored by those
Those
guys.
I just got my own alert. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Let me mute that because I know that's going to come on with an echo. Ooh, nice. I have a art grid commercial coming on. All right. What's up, Paul? What's up, Herman? How are you guys?
We're
How was
hanging.
your weekend?
I'm hanging.
I
The
can't
weather's
complain.
kind of iffy, and all of a sudden the sun came out. That's why I shot down there and got another ship.
Well, you said that, yeah, you just came back from flying another ship. So,
You pulled in the
You're-
driveway 4:45.
you're in your glory.
Okay.
Yep.
When's the next one coming through?
Oh, they're coming through all the time.
You know, you don't catch any going through it during twilight, huh? No.
The
Hey,
problem
Lynn, how are you?
is you can get them
Recovery
in
drone first
but,
and fired up.
You know, they start to get.
What's up? How you doing? How you doing, everybody?
What were you saying, Paul?
I was saying that the nighttime's tough for me. Starts to get grainy.
Okay. Desmond, what's good? What's good?
I could help you with that, Paul, when you're ready.
What?
Okay.
The graininess?
Let me ask you about that because I've tried
Yeah.
several times and they just come out real grainy.
Well,
there isn't a lot of light along the water.
no, this is why you make your camera work for you. And I'm convinced, Paul, to take you from a point and shoot flyer to a full on-grown editor. Because if you shoot manually, you're going to have to edit manually.
Ah.
Well,
You know, I want you, Curtis Dart. How are you? What's up, everyone? Desmond Donders. Recovery One Drone was the first one here. Lynn was second. It really doesn't matter. We just appreciate you coming, period.
yes. Welcome all.
Yes. Do you have Asgard's email, Paul?
Yes.
The like button,
Asgard,
everybody.
if you have time, we'd love for you to come on the panel too tonight.
And feel free
Provided
to hit
you have time.
that like button
pressure.
at your convenience.
No, right, no pressure or anything like that. But you've never been on those guys, and the only way, well, he has a blue wrench, but I was going to say the only way you can get on here, but
Well, he was on here once before.
Yeah. But it's good to come back and see how people are doing. Daryl Hickman, how are you? What's going on, everyone? And
I'll forward him a link right now.
Happy semi-quarantine, because that's basically what it is, a semi-quarantine. Except, and we're not going to get political tonight, we're going to still talk drones and stuff, except there are a few states out there, and Paul, you're living in one, those guys are going crazy over there. They really want to get back to work and everything,
yes,
right?
They do. Yep. Well, here's the thing. Sometimes they take a little bit too far. I mean, they don't even here's what they do is they let people walk around for get exercise. But it's against the law to go play golf. It's against the law to go out and do anything. You can't go fishing. Or, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Well,
lack of common sense.
What I don't understand is, hold on, let me kill this light here.
But yet, Lawrence,
yeah,
you can go canoeing or kayaking. That's okay. But you can't go fishing.
And that's social distancing.
Yeah.
How are you, Mr. Crowley? How are you?
Hey,
Would you like an invite to come in, Mr. Crowley?
Hey, Bill, what's good, man? You know what? Those guys are
how come
social distancing, Paul?
How come I cannot get Bill's freaking email? I've had it over and over. You give it to me, and I go and I save it. Hold on. I go to Gmail. I'll go to Gmail. Link will be. Oh, I'll be late, but will be there. Sent from iPhone. I sent Val an invite because I haven't seen her in a while, and I just wanted to ask her, was she upset with us or something? You know.
Well, Rogers felt a little neglected by you guys lately too.
Well, it's because not neglected. It's that
he said, "Are they? They're not mad at me, are they?" I said,
"No, no. Why would he think that?"
I said, I think they're doing a lot of flying because I see you guys are doing a lot of posting.
I'm trying to, because what it is, I stayed in the house yesterday, but only because of the rain, and
What's up, Jay?
I almost went
How's
crazy.
it going, man?
Jay Santiago, how are you?
Hey, Jay Santiago, my man is here. And of course, my girl Lenny is here.
Yes, yes.
Well, Lynn's always here. Thanks, Lynn.
Lynn adores you
hanging
guys.
out
She
with us.
talks about you all the time.
Well, that's very good, and we appreciate that. I appreciate.
Well, except what she says is, why can't you be more like those guys? And I said, what?
Paul, you don't want to be like us.
What's
You don't
up,
want to
Timeless?
be. I'm trying to warn you ahead of time. You don't want to be like us. It's only you got a good thing going, Paul.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's it.
Right. You know?
Timeless truths. How are you? Anyway,
Yeah.
what's going on? How was your weekend, Herman? What's up with you on your end? Because you're in Brooklyn, and we haven't flown together for a while because Herman's staying more in the house, and I need to keep my behind in the house more.
You know what's funny?
Rigor mortis, how are you, sir?
You said we haven't flown in a while. We were flying the other day.
Well, that's in a while.
Okay.
We used to fly 2-3 times a week.
Well, what most guys that fly understand is, and I tell people because they ask me questions all the time, I said, the flying is the fun part for me. The editing is the job because it takes so long.
Right. That's where the work is.
That's when you put in the work. Yeah.
Yep.
You have to.
Yep.
Tim Jackson, how are you? Good day. Everyone hoped you're all safe. Well, we appreciate that, and I hope everyone out there is safe or knows someone that's safe.
Well, I only go to the grocery store, the bank, and fly. So
we want to give. I wanted to mention. You think I should mention Cool Bic, Herman?
Oh yeah, he was on telling us all about it.
Oh, okay. So you know already.
Yeah, he had
a loss in his family. So my condolences to those guys, and just me, Lawrence personally, and everyone else would like to send our condolences to
Big Matt
Ray and his family. How are you, Colorado Fisher? What's up, dude?
Big Matt
had
his
the first time here. Everyone, Phantom Hodges, you guys support each other's channels. If you don't have each other, you should, because we all go to the same live streams. We all hang out in different places.
Hey, Lawrence.
Yes.
Big Matt had the virus too.
Matt is recovering. Yes. So we found out actually about a week and a half ago that he was just recovering from this COVID thing. And I feel bad because I didn't even know he was sick until someone had brought it to our attention. We are a clip. That's true, Fisher. What happened
to me? Ray had mentioned it to me when he came to the stream. The last time he was on the live stream with us,
right?
In the private chat, he had mentioned it to me.
Okay, well, I need to give me a second. I need to pull up that video that you sent me in Messenger, because in order to talk about those certain drone topics or what they're doing, I like the military story. The military story. Hey, Mr. Crawley, I sent you an invite if you want to come in.
The military story.
Yeah, the military using a new type of jet, a new type of drone. They're eliminating one drone and getting a smaller one that does twice the work, has a 15-hour flight time.
What I actually thought was a better story was the fact that the Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao had awarded a $2.6 million grant to universities that were doing the exhibitions in education and research.
Curtis, you got an invite too. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a little interesting too. That the fact that that they're promoting the usage and the research and technology behind UAV in the United States, but yet there's things going on right now that are going to prevent a lot of it and make a lot of it harder to actually happen. Even though, like I said, for a fact, these colleges, you know, such as North Dakota, these are universities, Alaska at Fairbanks, Mexico State University, Kansas State University, Mississippi State University, Ohio
damn, you
State
wrote down
University,
everything.
Oregon State University. Yeah, and Drexel University. Those are the schools that are going to be receiving that grant from from Miss Elaine Child.
Well, I think it's good because now there's
it's to promote, you know, the usage of UAV and in different training aspects.
Well, not just that. It's good because now that these schools are getting money for drone tech, they're actually, a lot of colleges are also teaching drone UAV classes for becoming 107 pilot. So when you graduate the class, and what's cool about it, it's only one semester. Now they have a class that goes on further after the one semester, but after one semester, you should graduate as a 107 licensed pilot and be ready to go into business. Now they also have a business aspect of it. I'm going to try and get some info for either your live stream on Wednesday or next week, probably your live stream on Wednesday. I'll try and get more info on it. But I like the fact that schools are getting money for drone tech and things like this.
Your mic?
See this? No, I can't even. Guys, give me a second.
What happened? But yeah, Paul, I thought that was very interesting that they were doing something like that to promote this in these different colleges.
Yep. Well, the other interesting thing is if people want to understand, you don't have to get any kind of a certificate in the United States if you want to get a 107. All you got to do is go sign up and take the test. But it helps to know exactly what they're going to be asking you.
Well, that and the fact that you're actually doing research with these drones and developing certain technologies that's going to be in the future.
Step forward. Yep.
Hey, AZ drone.
You know, and that's something that I think is good, but you gotta cultivate it from the bottom, like stuff like what Centroid is doing.
Yep.
Yeah, well, see, that's what Rigor Mortis just put in the chat, that STEM is the teaching buzzword, and STEM has to do with everything from taking those little tellos and teaching 6th and 7th graders how to write code. Because writing code today is completely different when I went to school for it. We had to read books this thick, and there was only one or two computers in the room, and you got your time on the computer to do what you had to do. Now, when you take a computer course, you can't even take the course unless you have your own laptop or computer or something device for that class. So, hey, Drone Life RC. So the fact that they're investing in schools now, I think is a little late, but better late than ever. Well, honestly,
I mean, this is a good step forward. I mean, I'm quite sure that I don't know how long these schools have been doing
training should be offered.
You know, I don't know how long these schools have been doing this, but I remember we mentioned one time there was a school, I think in North Carolina, that had been doing it for 10 years. So, like I said, I don't know how long these universities have been offering these programs in this, but I think it's a good thing that they're now getting these grants to promote the programs that they can do much more with more money. You know, a little bit more money always helps.
Yeah, because there's a lot of money has to be spent behind the scenes, you know.
Excuse me a second. I'm just responding to someone that got in contact with me. That, remember, Herman, I mentioned it was a certain individual that had contacted me out of nowhere and was like, "Oh, we like the stuff that you do," and
your wife,
my police officer friend, and so on and so on. They wanted some work done and stuff, and I was like, "Well, why can't the police do it?" Well, yeah. He just contacted me after not hearing from him for about a month and a half. So I'm just letting him know I can't talk. I'm doing the live stream.
Just blow him off.
Tell him to come to those guys.
No. This dude from everyone that I've mentioned this dude's name, they said he's bad news.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay,
yeah,
so
Kansas and Oregon state universities, they're the leading schools in this UAS flight data recovery and program. So I don't know. Like I said, it's a great thing that, you know, that somebody's putting some money into it. You know, another thing that drones are doing good.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly.
all of the black eyes that drones have gotten.
well, yeah, you're right. You're right. Black eyes that the drones have gotten because we know there are just people that refuse to do the right thing, and no matter how hard you try, people are just going to do what they want to do. If you say don't go left, people are going to go left just because you said don't go left. We all know that. And you just have to accept it, just like people are accepting corona. Someone mentioned something to me the other day about this coronavirus thing, and this has been happening in Asia since SARS, back in SARS, and those other illnesses were going around the world. We're going to have to walk around here with masks on a regular. Think about it. Certain individuals like me, because I have a respiratory issue, I will probably be one of those people you'll still see walking around with a mask on. It's worse enough. Somebody sneezes or coughs before this COVID-19 thing, when they sneezed or coughed, because I can't catch an upper respiratory infection that's harmful for me. I would turn and almost jump out my seat if you sneezed or coughed near me. So
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Corey Mano, how you doing, Corey?
Just rub some alcohol on it.
No, that's okay. What's up, Corey, man? How are you? Corey Mano. Okay. It is actually Corey Man Zero.
Yep. Well, his name is Corey.
Captures Life Connection. How are you? What's up, everyone? What are you guys doing? Are you going stir crazy yet? I think this is week number 4. We're going on a month now that at least New York has kind of been on lockdown.
Corey Mano says that he's making masks.
Okay.
Doing well, making dinner and sewing masks. I actually have mine here. This green one is actually my wife's family member just sent us masks. They sent the whole household these reusable masks.
Everybody got the same size head?
Well, no. They put them in different sizes. I have the Econo size. My wife has the medium size, and my daughter has the Applehead size.
Okay.
But they don't use theirs. They don't use.
Hey,
theirs
Roger is in the house.
What's up, Roger? How you doing?
How are you, Roger? The Godfather has an invite. Justin just texted me and says he'll be here soon.
Okay. Well, the story you were talking about was
about the military.
The Arcturus Jump 20 is replacing the what's this? The RQ-7 Shadow drone.
Yes.
Military.
Now hold on one second.
That's the story you.
I just want you to repeat that name because I was trying to find some info. It's the RQ.
Who?
What is the name of that bird it's replacing?
Oh, it's replacing the RQ-7 Shadow.
RQ-7 Shadow. Okay, and the reason that I wanted to show you guys the RQ-7 Shadow is because I only have a picture that I can show of the new one that's replacing it. So I just figured I would pull it up on screen here and pause it. This way you don't get any copyrights in the future. And
you?
Oh yeah, me. That's right. It's my live stream. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Hey Herman, we can do whatever we want.
Stop starting. Stop starting. Anyway, this, well, let me get the story straight. It's the military. What part of the military is it that's
The Army,
actually, huh?
the U.S. Army is working with on unmanned tactical
Okay.
vehicles.
Well, here, let me, maybe if I get the screen going here. I was lost. I had way too many windows open. I'm actually doing a poll and rendering a video and all of that stuff too. But this is a picture of the RQ-7 Shadow, which they were using, okay, for small time surveillance. They were actually using it to drop small supplies and things that needed to be dropped really fast and could get in and get out fast.
Yeah.
This is what's being replaced. Now, what the Army is getting ready to use now is something that not only can be flown from the ground, like this one, like an airplane, but can also be used in a slingshot. And this is it right here. It can take off from the ground manually. And not only that, it's a vertical takeoff vehicle. So now it doesn't need a runway like this old version here did. Basically, this old version needed a runway. Now they no longer need runways with this bird. It can just take off. It's a vertical takeoff vehicle, unmanned vehicle, controlled by one guy. And I think it's kind of cool that the military is getting into drones more and more, because eventually they're going to have the drones fighting each other.
Well, actually, what's happening with that drone is the reason why it's actually replacing the other one is that it is much quieter.
Yep.
So you can't really hear this one when it's moving around up there. The other one was a little bit more noisier.
Right.
And this one, I believe, is a little lighter. It's 210 pounds with a 60-pound capacity, payload capacity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's got an 18-inch wingspan. So it also has
18 feet. 18 feet.
18 foot. Yeah, my bad.
18 foot
18
wingspan.
foot wingspan, and it has vertical takeoff, and it can also be shot out of a slingshot. That's what it is. And the thing about it is that we always talk about American drone manufacturers, but
The Army is the best.
well, no, the army didn't actually build this drone. It was built by the company that what is it, Arcturus
Yeah.
company. It's a California based company.
Yeah, the company is called Arcturus.
Arcturus. Yeah,
ARC.
Arcturus is the company. It's a California based company. They built the drone.
Right.
What I find interesting is that a lot of the American manufacturers that do drones, who build drones, and we talked about the one over here at the Brooklyn Army Terminal, you know, not the Army Terminal, but the Navy Yard, and we spoke about that, man. But these drones are not. They're not. These companies are not developing, you know, drones for the consumer. They're developing.
No, they're not. They're not.
They're
Because
developing these.
if you actually if you actually put in Arcturus drone, you'll see T-120, and they have about 3 or 4 different models of drones that they sell for different purposes.
Right.
I'm looking at one called the T-20.
None of them are for taking shots of the bridge or and lakes and you know, and valleys and stuff like that. And
Hey, Paul,
What?
you can afford one of those.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
don't you get one? We come visit you this summer, and we fly a real manly drone.
Well, Lynn was looking at one of those where you actually sit in it and fly it, you know?
Oh, no.
The recovery drone says military's been in a drone since the 80s. Yes, they have.
Yep.
But did you know certain infantrymen have a drone like about this size called the Dragonfly on them? Each one of them has a 2-pack of Dragonflies for surveillance, and supposedly it's working out pretty well to be able to take one of these drones out and toss it in the air or launch it and make it go behind enemy lines or just hover there because it's so quiet. So we are turning towards the future more and more. The big players are the same as the regular planes: gunmen, General Dynamics and so on. Yeah, that's true. Even Boeing has drones. Everyone that makes something that
I saw
flies.
some pictures and
Gaz, FPV, what's up, brother? How are you? Welcome to
somebody
Sunday
did a
Nights with
news
those
blurb
guys.
on Boeing helicopters that were about the size of, they were good size, but they could lift 60, 70 pounds, and they were going to use them for resupplying.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the size of your average couch, your three-sectional couch, and ultra quiet. Yeah. Yeah, Herman that did a story on that on Wednesday. So you got to go to Phantom Flight 101's channel to check out his live streams, because we do this on Sunday nights. This is Sunday nights with those guys, and then we have Wednesday nights with those guys on Phantom Flight's channel, and then it's the Paul Murray show. Wait a minute. See, I don't have my effects window up. I'm slacking today, man. I don't know what's going on here, but you guys can't hear it anyway. I have to turn up my the soundboard.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
you guys don't have it up loud enough anyway, so.
I know, that's what I was saying. I don't have it up loud enough to even use them. But
well, it's funny you mentioned Boeing, because the U.S. Navy awarded them a modified contract for 3 more of the MQ-25s. They're an unmanned refueling aircraft. Now that's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
All that fuel, yep.
So they're going to be flying around fuel remotely.
$87.7 million.
Yeah,
and it's in addition to the 4 that they paid $805 million for.
Bro, no,
back in August.
87. Each one costs $87 million to make, and there's an order for 805 of them. That's what it was saying.
No, it's that would make it a total of 7 that they actually purchased with these 3.
Oh, the total came to 805. Okay.
The price of the ones that they purchased before that was $805 million.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
So that's a lot of money for a drone to refuel.
Hey, Gaz FPV says, "What's up, Phantom Flight 101?" Anyway,
what's up, everybody?
That's like $16 or $18 million a piece, right?
Something to that effect. Man, listen.
That's the discounted version for buying more than one.
Yeah.
So, Paul, what ships did you fly today? Because I happen to find out that I watch your ship videos, but there's certain types of ships I like watching go through there.
I almost can't leave a comment on all of them, Paul, because there's so many. So I just watch.
I understand that.
I hit the thumbs up.
You're putting them out like a damn machine.
Yeah, I know.
Every time you scratch your head, another video. Scratch his head again, another video.
You know what? Guys could actually put out videos that they're not supposed to because YouTube's too busy catching up with Paul.
It is true, recovery drones. It is lowest bidder cost, but like I do in contracting, there's always a guy on the inside driving the price up. So the lowest bidder that does come in tries to get the job for dirt cheap, and it's usually Vino's cousin.
Hey, Lawrence.
Yeah.
I'm going to share this just real quick for a minute. I'm just going to show you something.
Go for it.
There's the next ship that's upbound. It's just down south of here.
Okay.
And it's doing 8.9 knots, and it's going to be going right.
How long is it going to take to get to you? At that speed?
Minutes.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
That's not bad. You would have time to run out and catch the ship and fly her and everything.
Yeah.
How many ships are you flying during the day? Lena Music, how are you? And welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys.
Usually I try to get 4 to 5 a day.
You know what, Paul? If you go down there and you take snacks and stuff, but you can sit down there and catch everything.
They have a big old cooler.
And just
all right, there was Roger.
A charging station.
The Godfather's here.
Hey, what's Roger.
You got a charging station going on. You're good to go.
What's up, Roger?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
I'm good.
I'm sorry if you guys hear music. I'm gonna mute. Hold it. There's Val.
You're muting.
They did get their own intro music and stuff. I don't know what's up there.
Hey, Val's here.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hey,
Rob.
Roger.
Well, be right back.
Oh, Paul left.
All right.
I'm gonna take
I'm
that.
done
first.
editing video. Hey, what's up, Val?
Desmond,
What's good, Val?
man, how y'all doing?
I'm okay.
I'm
I was
surprised.
wondering. I thought you was mad at us or something.
I'm never
I
mad at
hadn't
you.
seen you. I heard you hurt your foot or something, and
My
then
leg. I had a really bad infection in my leg, so I
And-
couldn't sit down in my chair for almost 6 weeks. It was all the way down my leg. It was really bad, but I took it super easy and it got better. And so now it's almost totally finished. And I'm
So
not
you-
on antibiotics anymore, so it's good.
okay.
So you
Well,
can
that's
get
good to
back
hear.
Training for the Olympics now.
That's good
Yeah.
to hear.
Let me tell you, I consider myself lucky compared to Big Matt.
Well,
You can do the hurdles now, right?
AJ, you know what? I thought so, but I fell.
Oh,
I was like, it's better. I can do hurdles.
what's
I still can't do them.
up,
don't
Roger?
know.
What's going on, man? How are you?
Oh, not bad, not bad. Did an unboxing this morning from what I got from Canadian Drone
Hey,
Pilot.
Carpenter.
okay.
Okay.
Hey,
So,
Cornado.
Unboxings are always good. Hey, Val.
I was
Since
in-
we last spoke FPV, Val, I've been busy.
Oh,
Yeah.
The dome for the Mavic Mini.
okay.
All right. There we go.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You got your,
Send me that.
your bat phone case for your Mavic Mini.
I like that. It looks like the bat phone case. Yeah.
So
You
what
know.
have you been up to, Novice?
I've been improving my birds, and
Nice.
I have 2 birds crossfire. I have another crossfire
nice.
receiver here that I'm getting ready to change, but I was flying my 7-inch today and actually attempted my first power loop with it, and I made the loop and chickened out at the last minute. But
Oh,
it was fun. Hey,
You'll
guess
get it.
who's coming
go
in?
get it.
Andrew
He
is here.
uh-oh.
Now that-
Look out.
Oh, trouble
Don't
just
say
leaving the house.
don't say anything.
Uh-oh, it looks
Anything?
like he's been stunned.
Looks like he's been sleeping.
Did someone hurt you, Andrew?
No, I-
Oh,
I-
trouble
don't
just
say
leaving the house.
don't say anything.
Uh-oh, it looks like he's been stunned.
I came on to be Roger, but he's
Did
here
someone
now.
hurt you, Andrew?
Don't say- don't-
I'm sorry. I didn't know he was here. I apologize. I'll be gone now.
Oh my God,
That's
that was
messed
too
up,
funny.
man. I
It's
was
too
wondering
funny.
why he was sitting there still. He was imitating Roger.
Mm-mm.
I thought he
It
had
just
poured
looked-
something hot in his lap or something.
He looked like he hit something accidentally on his computer. All of a sudden, he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
look at
yeah.
everybody here."
Or that's the face you get when somebody says something in the background that you can't respond to.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you at, Andrew? Come on back in here.
Well, it's kind of the same look you had when your chair fell down when you were sitting there and it dropped, Lawrence.
Oh,
You had the
yeah,
same
yeah,
look,
because
like you were surprised, like,
here-
oh.
This chair that I'm sitting in, the lever is on this side. Now, this is a couch. So the lever is just above the couch. And if I spin the chair too much, it hits the lever and my seat drops. Here we go. Andrew's back.
Hi.
Hey.
Well, that looks different.
Yes. How are you?
Roger,
Yeah.
don't hold your breath.
I know.
Don't hold your breath. What's up, Andrew? How are you, man? That's a great way to make an intro. I like that. That was very creative.
Thank you. I strive for originality. I end up
Vanessa,
with mediocre,
Caroline.
kind of one foot in each.
Tim.
How are you guys?
We're okay. Cardoso Media. We're
Yeah,
good.
hey,
Welcome to Sunday
Cardoso,
nights
what's
with
up,
those
man?
guys, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
How's it
Xenia just
going?
mentioned that you'd sent a link. Sorry about that. So I said to come on for a few minutes. So
Well, see, I'm doing like Roger now. I found out Roger, before he goes live, he loads You know how they have the clay pigeons for skeet shooting?
Yeah.
He loads like about 10 of them in the arm, and he goes pull, and he starts shooting, and whichever ones he catch, they come in. So that's what I'm doing now.
That's the way to do it.
It's interesting because what happens is you don't know who's going to come in. Then you go, oh, here's so and so, here's so and so. When they come in, that makes it a little more interesting.
It does. It spices things up. So, well, thank you for having me, though. It's nice to see you guys again.
Yeah, no
What's going
problem.
on with
Hey,
you,
Andrew.
How you doing, Val?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you? How's Ksenia?
She's doing good. She's doing good. Hanging out there.
She's just a little tired bringing him all that coffee. It's
Yeah.
ready for worn out.
Yeah, now it's 24/7. Like, what the hell?
Well, that's everyone. How are you holding up there, Andrew? I've been wanting to know
Well,
on your end of Canada.
good. Everything is pretty much like still shut down. I'd call it for like today, Sunday, and now all in our province, every store in Quebec is closed except for bare and essentials, gas stations. All grocery stores are closed now on Sundays and everything. And that was
Yeah.
Like
I
old
worked the
school.
break. So yeah, it is exactly because it's such a Catholic province. That was like when I was younger, everything was locked down on Sundays. So
That's right. Couldn't find anything on Sunday.
if you didn't have it, you were screwed. Like you
Yeah,
just goodbye to it. It
You
wasn't gonna
didn't
happen.
know if your stores were closed.
Yeah, exactly. I think they closed them too. I think Sunday now.
I think so.
Well, I know a lot of businesses here where we live that are usually open during the week are now closed on the weekends,
Right.
and
Well-
and so on. So it depends on where you are. But the good news is New York is officially going downhill.
Yes.
You know
People
what?
are
I've
still
been watching
dying.
Cuomo, and I
People are
heard that.
People are still dying, but not at the numbers they were. So we're on the downhill,
funny you
and
mentioned that.
less
Yeah.
people are being admitted into the hospital, which is also a plus. So now they're pretty much just trying to heal people. There's one hospital here in New York. I don't know if it's here in New York. Don't quote me on it, but I did hear of a hospital somewhere where their 1,000th recovered patient
Mm.
came home.
Okay.
For small miracles, eh?
Huh?
For small miracles. I mean, at this point, anything is a plus. Like, even though there's less people dying, there's still a bit of an upside. Hopefully, this curve is starting to go down. So,
Well, at one point, Brooklyn Hospital was losing around an average of 20 a day, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That is.
20 a day.
did you see the beaches in Florida yesterday when they reopened them?
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, yeah,
you want
why
to know
not?
what? You want to know what? People learn the hard way. I'm going to tell you something that I used to hear when I was a little boy, and I take heed to it because I feared the person was telling me this, but a hard head makes a soft behind.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I think you have to understand why they're doing it, because all these girls bought their bikinis and the guys bought their Speedos, and they just need to show it off, man. Don't be hitting on them so hard.
you
I think you
forgot
took over to Europe with the Speedo thing. I think you took us right on the north.
Well, Val, you forgot a key ingredient. Alcohol is the basis of all of that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, sexy, and I think you guys, when you start hammering on it, not nice.
No, Val, that's not true. Sexy is not sexy. There's just certain things. There's no amount of alcohol will make sexy.
Yeah, I always tell Xenia a European tuxedo is a Speedo with a man bag.
You know what? Speedos weren't even good when they first came out. I don't know why they made some of them and made a resurgence.
Oh,
But I'm just like, no, baby, don't do that.
pale
No,
blue
no,
ruffles has
no.
got a place in the world.
Wow.
What does have its place in the world is people coming together. Droners coming together have a help out a cause. And this is very touching. I'm probably going to weep a little, but I want to say a big shout out to everybody trying to get things back on the go for Roger Palooza and getting together to record some music. You can get the CD on Roger's site.
Oh my God, that is too funny.
There are some of my favorite people in here, my most cherished folks.
Roger Palooza.
That's
You
right.
had to put a sailor hat on me?
You know,
Really?
You all just fit. There's something about it, except for John Coopy, he had to be the cowboy. There was something about him, and it was like John will be a cowboy no matter what.
He can't help himself.
Yeah,
He, he just can't help himself.
Yeah, John DiNardo. Well, he's biker as they come. So
Herman.
we'll all head up.
Herman, see, Herman is speechless.
Shut his mic off.
Well, I'm still waiting for my picture. You guys have been promising it for 4 months now. I don't know.
Hey, Herman, you'll be glad to hear that while he was working on that, and he was working on that for hours, Sanya came in to bring him a coffee, and she almost dumped it on him. She shook her head and walked away.
No. No.
Almost is not good enough.
And it's not YMCA, by the way, guys. It's CADH for Canadian Drone Hub. So I checked it out. It's CADH.
So where are we? My sister called.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
My dog had a rough day.
What up?
He was trying to get through a fence, and it cut his side deep enough that my son took him to the vet, and he ended up with stitches. And so, as you can see, the
no.
And you notice that while I'm trying to sleep, I finally grabbed my camera because he was laying on my head. He wanted to make sure I understood he had a cone.
Well, from that picture, it almost looks like you have dual cones.
I know. I needed one just to save me. And then I got up late because I was up with him almost all night because he kept doing that cone thing.
Would your neighbor let him out again, or let your dog out again, or your roommate? I mean,
yeah,
got away on you.
So then, no, he was in the backyard getting through a dog run gate, and then he decided to go outside and start scooping up mud with his cone. Comes running in, and he's got all this mud in his cone. Like, okay, you like this? There you go.
No.
Hey, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
The whole crew's here.
So I took his cone off and washed it out, told my son whose dog this is.
What's up, Geeks Vana? What's up, Justin?
So,
you do
what
know.
can you do?
Hey, Sean, if you come in here.
Good, man.
Hey, guys, if we can get Geeks Vana in here and one more person, we could play Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
You'll need contestants.
The adult version, of
Hey,
course.
Donna.
I'll take Don Rickles in the corner for the win.
Exactly.
Flashed on the screen. Oh.
Well,
yeah.
what's going on? What's going on with everyone? We were talking about some drone stuff earlier. What's up, Big Matt? Glad to see you here.
Yeah, Big Matt.
And glad to hear you're feeling better and better every day.
Yep.
What's up, Justin?
What's going on?
Nothing,
What are you
man.
doing?
Justin and I were flying along the
Curtis.
beach today. I've gotten over my fear of flying over the water at 50 miles an hour, about 2 feet off the ground. But it's coming along. It's coming along as far as flying FPV. Andrew.
Yeah.
Have you taken that drone out once?
Well, we're kind of quarantined. We went out yesterday as a family. I think it's the first time in a while, but we talked about it. Chris is going to start flying this spring. He's going to become my pilot, so he can fly under my license, so he's okay there. I got to start filming some more stuff again because our business is going to be completely up in the air thanks to everything. So it's even going to work out better because I can get. We do sell some shots like through your stock photography, video and photography places.
Yeah.
So I want to take Chris with me so I can do double the shooting. So, and I think he's gonna I think he's got a good eye for it. I think he's really interested into it.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that's your son, right?
Yeah.
It's funny you mention that because I would have put his ass to work a long time ago.
Yeah, you seen him getting coffee and everything. It's not like he's been sitting around idle.
And he's also a damn good cook too, right, Andrew?
Yes, he's a very good cook. He actually cooks a lot of the nights.
Well, that has to do.
Oh, nice,
pretty sure that has to do with mom. She probably pulled him to the side. Like my mother told me, stand here and learn how to cook. Because when you get older, you need to be one of two things: either rich or know how to do for yourself. And I knew damn well I wasn't going to be rich.
See, every mother has the same pattern when they have boys. It's very different. With boys, all they want to do is raise them up to be nothing like the men that they're with in their lives. You're not going to be like their father. And they're going to know how to make a dish. So They learn right away what they're not going to turn out like.
And then there's the moment, Andrew, where she
Yeah.
goes, "You sound just like your father."
Oh yeah, the hormones kick in, and then they
Yeah.
realize they're pretty much fighting a losing battle, but they'll give it all they got. So.
Yeah. And then they come with the needle and the thread. They want to show you how to sew and all.
Yeah. No, all the good guys, they know how to sew. You know, they'll
Yeah, sure they do.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
never did any of that. What are y'all talking about?
My mother taught me how to sew. She said,
Really?
"You need to know how to cook and sew your clothes, because if you can't afford to buy any, you better know how to repair them." And
How
she
to
was a
press a shirt with a
seamstress.
collar.
Oh,
She was a
Everything.
seamstress, so she made sure
Wow.
she showed me how to sew.
oh my
Oh,
God.
so now we know where to take our clothes.
What
to.
I did is I told my son, you got to go to college. And he said, why? I go, because you're too lazy to make it out in the real world. You're going to have to get a better job.
Hey, Lawrence, you're going to have to hang a shingle. Lawrence the tailor.
Listen, it's come in handy. It's come in handy. It's trust me.
The neighbor's gonna be dropping off shirts with buttons.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Never
right.
know.
Yeah.
I will drop
I'm sending
$100
my
in
son in
here
there.
to get a video of Herman standing on a box and you hemming his pant leg. I will pay no questions asked. I will drop it faster than that.
No, I'm good.
That's okay. Social distancing.
Yeah.
Social
A little more in the
distancing.
foot, a little more in the, like that.
That's okay.
Done.
Social distancing.
Yes, definitely. As suspected, gunmen who dressed as a police officer killed 7 people, including a police officer, in a 12-hour rampage in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Oh, get out. I didn't hear about that.
What?
BK Droner boys, what's good? How are you?
Another
A
reason
little bit
to
of New
stay
York
home.
City here representing today, this evening.
And Nova Scotia, I mean, that's like one of the most like quiet. They do have a bad the part into it. There is like the Trailer Park Boys is a joke, but they represented a part of that side.
But
of,
you don't never hear anything coming bad out of Nova Scotia.
no, it's very rare. That's the stuff. You know, it's petty. It's like oh, him and her are fighting again type of thing after a case of beer down the hatch type of thing. Not that
Agree.
kind of
Wow.
stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, so yeah, Carpenter Rick just confirmed 7 killed and 3 more hurt, something to that effect.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't heard about it. I actually have not had a chance to watch the news properly today. Usually I get up and that's the first thing I do, but you get so tired of waking up in the morning and
Why do you
hearing
flip out?
a death count. You know,
Right.
after a while it's just freaking. I like the news, but damn.
The Washington Post is calling it at 10 right now.
I mean, the best part about the news, hey, Chris Hope, how are you? The best part about the news this morning was the fact that they actually see the slope of deaths going down.
Mhm.
Oh, here's some drone news. You
Cool.
guys heard about the gentleman who was flying his drone over Hart's Island, which
Yeah.
is the Potter's
Yeah.
Field here in New York City,
Right.
right? And it's messed up because it comes to find out the guys that confiscated the drone, they asked for his SD card. He immediately turned away and took the SD card out, but they confiscated his drone and they were rent-a-cops.
What?
They were these 2 guys, from what I understand, were rent-a-cops, meaning they're probably some security or some security officers in
They're
the
just
area.
security officers.
Yes, and they confiscated the guy's drone, and I don't know what is going to become of the story, but
Yeah.
from what I understand, the guy did get his drones back, and I think he's about to take some actions of law against him, and it'll be interesting because here in New York, you
Right.
got a lot of people acting like they're cops.
Lynn says it's on YouTube, the video.
Yeah. They have a few
Well,
versions.
in
On.
the area
What's
where
up,
he
Mike
was
Rose?
flying, in the area where he was flying was outside of controlled airspace for the airport. So
Yes,
it was
but
legal airspace for him to fly under the FAA rules.
yes, but the reason that he may have gotten trouble is they supposedly do not want people to know the alarming rate of bodies and how they're disposing of bodies. And this guy has them digging giant trenches,
Yep.
pictures of the giant
Yeah.
trenches, and they're stacking the pine wood boxes because if you, at the time, there's right now, present day, there's over 1 million bodies on this one island.
And they're using prisoners from Rikers to do it.
Yes, they're using prisoners from Rikers
So-
to dig the body, to put the
First of
bodies
all,
in the trenches and all of that.
All of that is public record
Chris Hope.
All of that is
Yeah.
not something that is not known already. That the
Right. So
system
why
are the ones
why
that
could
do
he
this
not
work.
fly over there?
It's all public record.
They don't want
Common knowledge
pictures,
is-
Herman. They just don't want pictures.
They want it controlled on how it's seen and how it's portrayed, and nothing raw without going through them.
Well, this is the funny part of it. They have to be put somewhere. And the way they're doing it, they don't know who everyone is because they're not even allowing their families in the hospital, which I understand. I
Well,
think
do you
that's
know,
what they have to
Val?
do, but
Val,
still.
this little, well, hold on, Herman, one sec. This little tidbit of news I'm about to give you, I heard last week, and they had a report on if people were being told not to go to the hospitals and were being turned away, people were going home and dying.
Yes.
Right now, as of last week, I don't know present day, but as of last week, it was taking the city coroner of New York City 4 to 5 days to come pick up the body.
Yeah.
Now, if I don't know if you know about meat, but you try leaving meat on the counter for 4 or 5 days.
Well, I
That's
think
just
if
gotta
you
be
watch any horror
traumatizing.
movie, where they go by a window and they go, something smells off.
Well, I can
They
tell
open
you
it
the
up.
reason
I mean,
for that,
I'm
Lawrence.
clear with what that would be
What's
like.
that, Herman?
I can tell you the reason for that. There's only one guy in each borough.
Yeah,
And then
unfortunately,
I think there's only like a couple of vehicles to be able to go and pick up the bodies and get them to the hospital, to the morgue, and come back.
and the hospitals
And
aren't taking
this
bodies, and
guy-
neither are the funeral homes.
And, well, the hospital has to take them at the morgue, such as Bellevue, Kings County, so they have to take them. The thing is that what I was being told from someone in the hospital that a lot of people are not claiming these people.
It's cheaper.
Oh,
That's what's happening. A lot of people are not claiming them.
yeah, BK drones.
Right, because if you claim the body, then it's your responsibility to
You
get
have to
rid of
pay
the
for it.
body.
And now
have
the
to-
funeral homes are backed up to where is that they're doing these things because they
BK.
they backed up to the point where they're not even able to get your funeral till like a 2-3 weeks later.
Big Matt says that Big Matt works in the hospital system too. He says medical examiner truck only holds 4 people.
Exactly.
So you figure
right.
if each hospital, if there are hundreds dying in a certain area daily, that could be quite overwhelming.
Well, and we're looking at one point, wasn't it close to 800, between 750 and 800 a day?
Yeah, state.
Yeah.
I can't even
it
imagine
was.
the horror of that.
Now it's down to 6 and change.
and
now
still,
it's down to 6
that
and
is a
change.
hell of a lot of people.
Well, when you say 6 and change, does that mean there's short people too, or what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't even. Don't even.
You're gonna
That's
burn.
horrifying.
There he is.
So the
What do you
nursing-
work?
The nursing home downtown, 55 people from the nursing home
Oh,
downtown.
well, I did find out why my particular town had such a high death rate.
Yeah,
And
sure
it's
does.
because my particular town has more nursing homes per square foot than any other part of New York.
Right.
And what they did was back during the Koch administration, back when he was laying off teachers and stuff, he decided to let thousands upon thousands of psychiatric patients out of the hospitals. And what that did was put a stress on the nursing homes, because the nursing homes had to deal with elderly people, and now they have to deal with the mentally disturbed.
Well, the parks
And
are
for some
doing-
reason, they picked this particular town in this part of New York to put nursing homes. You cannot drive more than 1.5 to 2 blocks without seeing a nursing home. We have as many nursing
also
homes as they
what
do
created the
Chinese food
homelessness
joints.
problem.
Huh?
That's also what created the homelessness problem.
Yeah. Because the nursing homes get rid of them as well.
It was the same here. That became the streets problem, became the nursing homes problem, it became the clinics problem as they cut
And
back.
then it became the taxpayers' problem.
Of course, well, it all rolls back to
Because
that.
they're not gonna linger around in their neighborhood. They're gonna linger around your neighborhood. They're gonna come and whoever's gonna cause trouble is gonna come and cause trouble amongst where he's comfortable.
Yep.
So guys, let's make sure we hit those likes, because we're talking about New York, what's happening in New York, our epicenter. So let's give these guys a little extra support because they're living it every day. So
We
click it.
appreciate it, Val, but these guys should know the routine. We have more lurkers outside of the stream than we actually do in here. Hey, what's up, Ed? How are you? Love my drones.
Ed,
Ed, what's good?
Alfred.
Anyway, enough of the doom and gloom. Back to
I
to
got a question for you,
Oh.
Lawrence.
Okay.
what? Just me? All these people here, and you got a question for me?
Yes. I got a question.
Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. The views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight and or in the chat. Okay, go.
Okay. Is Shot in the Drop sponsored by those guys this evening?
Yeah.
No,
Depends on who's asking.
see, all you gotta do is to get Justin started. Paul Pepsi doesn't count.
It's just shot Pepsi.
Logan, no, I haven't spent my stimulus check on anything because they cannot determine my eligibility.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I'm one of those.
that's
well,
where Kenny and I
here's-
are caught right now on that because of our business. Yeah, it's not slowed down per se, but we're gonna have probably no business this summer. I mean, everything is gone. Weddings, most commercial
Well,
spending.
you want to know what, Andrew?
What?
Be glad you're up there because right now, the New York City is going to have the worst summer ever. They just mentioned on the news the other day that they're going to all city pools
Yeah.
are going to be shut down, which
Ooh.
means fire hydrants are going to be open. There's going to be water balloon fights.
You know
People are
what?
going to be angry because they're just damn hot.
I got one better for you.
What?
There's no summer youth jobs either this year.
I know, man. I was so
So they
The
have
parks are going to stay closed. Yep.
But you see, for that,
they
for us, we already have a
absolutely
package.
nothing.
Thank you, Mac.
We have a
What's that,
package-
Andrew?
We have a package in place already. They put in for summer jobs that the government's willing to pay up to 100% of the cost of the jobs to keep students working.
Mhm.
But yet somebody like me, I fall through the cracks right now. So it depends where you are. There's different hit and misses to it. But yeah, they've already set it up for students. They're going to pay.
BK Drone says as long as he's got his Lectrix XP and his DJI Mavic 2, he could survive this. What's up, Joe Mack from Dublin, Ireland? How are you, mate? And welcome.
Not yet, Cardoso. Not yet,
Joe
Kenny.
Mac, what's up?
Can I have my phone
Yeah,
back?
I
please?
think it's Andrew. It's because I pay taxes every year.
Mm.
That's why they can't
Thank
determine
you.
my eligibility, because they've decided that they don't have my banking or any of that other stuff. So that's what's
Because you pay taxes. Sorry.
because I'm self-employed, so I pay taxes.
Yeah, well,
every
that's like us. Like we're employed. Like we have our own
Yeah.
business registered, and that's what
Yeah.
Kenny was asking. See, Kenny, right now I'm not really showing a loss in income per se. My loss of income is going to come when we're really usually busy. This is our slow time of the year.
Wow.
But that's where I'm
True.
struggling is to show where it's going to happen, and hopefully the process will last that long to help us once we get into that time.
See, Andrew, here in the United States,
Yeah.
if you want to declare loss of income, you show up in an office with your son and you point at him. I don't know how that works in Canada, but here in the States, you can declare a child a loss of income.
There you go. I'll have to run that bio and see if we can get. But you can't go now, so I got to try and do it over the phone. This is me. I'm pointing at my son.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I could see you now. Tell me someone has a video phone so I can show you guys
Yeah.
my loss of
Wow.
income. Didn't get your check because you're an essential employee. That has a lot to do with your tax bracket, I believe, BK Drone Boys. But what they're doing, what's happened, well, at least what's happened to me and several other thousand New Yorkers. In 2018, they said in order to get your stimulus, you had to have filed in 18 and 19, right?
Right.
Well, in 2018, I had Capital One Bank. So early 2018, I transferred to Chase. But because they checked your 18 first, these dummies went and sent my stimulus straight to Capital
they
One,
doing?
which we returned it back. So now I have to wait for it to come in the
Oh.
mail. Now this has happened. Now I also just heard, and don't quote me on this because I haven't seen written documentation, but it's rumored, like Russian.
Quoting you.
It's rumored. It's Russian, like Russian propaganda that never existed. If you didn't get it via direct deposit and you have to wait for the mail, it could be anywhere from 1 to 5 months.
Oh my God.
Yes, that's what they're saying right now.
Wow.
And they say that my payment thing is supposed to work.
So
but
now I've
all
come
the
to the
people, my
conclusion.
sister and all that, they are not getting theirs either.
Really?
Because
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Val, I've come to the conclusion that I'll take it as a loss. I can't miss what I didn't have, but when it comes, then I'll do the jig.
Yeah, DGI will be happy when you finally get it.
yeah, I
no.
think that's
Oh.
the case for me too. I think when I get it, I'll be surprised. I check every day, I read all their other things, and they're not
iPhone?
really. I did 2018, but I thought, why do 2019? I owe money again. So I'm
Yeah,
waiting
he
till
did.
July. So maybe that's part of my problem.
That's the number.
Because I got to pay them again. I'm just like, I'm going to wait on
Well,
that.
think about it this way,
I
Val.
think it's a wash.
When the people that didn't receive their stimulus, if they do get it or ever do get it, everybody else will be broke.
Right.
Great.
Right.
That's great.
We'll be running around with our dollars going, look, we're making it
Oh,
rain.
no, Val. You're trying to get beat up.
What is it, like $1,200?
Yeah. $1,200 and $500 per kid.
And I
per
like
child.
the fact
I
that
didn't get the whole
considering 2,000 more a month, that's another bill that they're trying to push through. And I thought, let's get this first one to work. Let's get that to work and let's talk about more later. But let's get this to work
Yeah.
because I won't be getting that either. Because still I owe taxes. I'm going to
Listen,
have to owe every
Listen,
year.
I'm at a point now. You dudes
Yes.
still owe me the first one.
Yeah.
And you're
Stay
talking
there
about
for
the
a minute.
second. You're talking about the second one. You know.
Yeah. I'm like, let's get that first one going.
Yeah, BK Droner boy. Shout out to all the transit workers here in New York City. He works in Manhattan in one of the large, what is that? The West Side Yards, right? And he's an essential employee because New
Wow.
York City transportation has to
Trains
keep going.
keeping buses going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're keeping the buses going, they're keeping the trains going. And now it is mandatory that in order to use public transportation, you have to have a mask.
Good.
So if you're not wearing a mask and the bus driver keep going, don't get mad. You've been told by the governor, you've been told by the mayor. Okay.
Governor.
So BK,
Michael Blades, how are you?
So BK Drone Boys is a transit worker?
Yes, here in New York City, West
Hey,
West
thank
Side.
you for your service.
You can duct tape
Thank
up.
you.
Feel free to duct tape up or use a mask. I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you have to have something to get on mass transit.
But you
And-
know, with all the money going, and there's a lot of people that live paycheck to paycheck because that's all they can live on to.
Yeah,
But a lot of people too are going to realize, and I know some pretty well-off people that are hurting like crazy because they were still living paycheck to paycheck when there was no necessity for it.
Yeah.
And if this doesn't wake them up, nothing ever will. This
Yeah.
is the call to stop living above your means. This is the time to stop
it
treating a
is.
credit card like an account. This is the time to stop buying what you can't afford. It's taken everything 10 years to pay off
Yeah.
because these things can come up, and this is not the last time we're going to have something like this.
Nope.
We live in a
And
global
it should
community.
be, Andrew, I agree 1000%. It should be a wake-up call for everybody.
Yep.
Because this is the first time I've seen something come along in my lifetime. And
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of history. I've seen Nelson Mandela released. I've seen a lot of freaking history
Yeah.
growing up. And my grandkids and my great grandkids will probably think I'm crazy when I tell them some of the stuff that I've experienced in my life.
Yeah.
But if people don't wake up and see
Yep.
what they're doing wrong, and what they're doing wrong is they're spending money overseas, they're spending money in their own towns, but they're spending money and nobody's freaking saving it.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, if I didn't have a little money, I would be just coming on here going, chicken, please, and drumstick. Because
Listen.
I'm one of the lucky ones as far as that goes. I know
Well,
it.
Val, if you
I've
think
been-
about it, Val, the United States, even though we haven't become it, you know how you ever watch those National Geographic videos and you see people standing outside for bread? Well, Roger, I went on his live stream. I was standing in the supermarket with a loaf of freaking bread in my hand.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now they have lines outside the stores 6 feet apart.
The only other line longer than when I waited for bread was to get Van Halen tickets. That's the only thing I can compare it to.
Yeah, but see, that
the
was
only other
worth
line
it.
that was longer.
That was well worth it, though.
Yeah, compared to it. That's the only other time I waited that long for something.
But you
So
guys want
guys,
to...
we may pay if you can get a picture of Andrew in his tent waiting outside a store. I'm not saying we will pay,
Hey,
but
D
we
Fly, how
might
are you?
pay.
Welcome to
Right.
D Fly from Germany.
Yep.
It's okay. That's what's up. I have checked out your channel and commented on a few videos. Logan Carpenter, what's good?
Hey, Germany.
Listen, I think we should do a drop really quick while Andrew's here, while everybody's here.
Okay,
Okay.
guys, I'm saying
Roger.
I'm back. So if you
Wow.
do it really lackadaisical, I'm going to
Roger,
stop you.
Roger, sit up in your chair.
I got one thing to say. They've been terrible since you've been gone.
Sell out.
Have they?
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
You know, he just
okay.
threw us all under the bus. You know that.
All
right?
You need to be excited about it because we're on those guys.
That's right.
And we
Thank
have
you.
transit workers in here. Let's not make them sad.
Thank you very much. Okay. Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those
guys.
Al, you need to come
Al?
back here more. They haven't done it like that since you left.
That's
Herman's
better.
right.
That's better.
Throw them under the bus.
I almost forgot my lines. Sorry.
Jay.
Very
know
much
what?
appreciated.
You know
We
what?
appreciate all of you.
You-
Every time you come back on Sundays, Wednesdays, on Paul's show on Mondays, Pusa Studios, Monday through whenever.
Every
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Canadian Drone
Some point
Hub.
somewhere to the day we're on.
Canadian Drone Hub every morning, sometimes twice a day. Val's live stream. Justin, you're the only one here that ain't doing his show, man. What's up?
Yeah, what the hell's up with this, Justin?
Soon. Don't worry.
Justin's gonna knock us all out of the game when he comes on. He's just like that sitting sensei waiting for the right moment to take us all out. I'm quitting YouTube when he goes on because it's gonna be too wild for me to.
Justin's the kind of guy that sneaks up on you.
Yeah, that's right. You think he's all
So,
quiet and smile.
Here's one thing, Justin. When
Yes.
when do you start at Micro Center?
Don't know yet.
But for those of you who don't know, Micro Center is like the Bible when it comes to computer parts
We
and,
said
and,
it.
and
Oh.
geek stuff like that. If you just Google Micro Center, if you have it and it goes on a PC,
That's what
in a
Radio
PC,
Shack
around a
wish it
PC,
could have been.
television, it's the Bible of the computer world, at least here in New York. And Justin's
Wow.
supposed to be starting there. We're trying to figure out how we can keep him from getting fired the first week so we can use his discount.
Wow.
That's how much they look forward to Justin, your future. You know what I mean?
No, but see,
That's what you
Justin
A
said.
knows
little window.
You're a lucky man,
Women-
Justin.
But hold on.
No.
How do you think he got the position? Because he knows the manager in one of the other stores. The manager was like, "Hey, they're hiring, you know, or whatever." He
That's the
even
way.
name dropped during the interview.
Good. Why not? That's a good thing.
So when can we use your discount, Justin? Because I need a new graphics card to be able to run 6K.
I'll find out when I go there.
Hey,
Thank
Herman,
you.
what do you think, Herman?
All I know is that Justin had a house glowing.
It's true. Herman and I were joking about this, Andrew,
AFTV.
earlier.
I
We were
can
saying
only
now that
imagine the computer he's
Justin-
going to build.
Now that Justin's getting a job with Micro Center, the houses around are going to be dimmer because he's going to be pulling in so much electric
I gotta
power.
build Skynet.
I'll go to New York and Justin, I'll go in with you and you can say, I want to get something for my son Andrew here, and then we'll watch the confusion on their face.
People are gonna start showing up like, oh,
FPV Meek, how are you? And welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys. We get a lot of guys. Mike Drennan, we appreciate all of you for coming in here and hanging out with
Thanks
us.
for stopping in and hanging out with a bunch of guys.
This is every Sunday night. Everyone on this panel here has a live stream.
Yep.
Except for
Yep, yep,
Justin.
yep.
Except for me.
No, Justin has a live stream. He's here with us. He's family.
Justin will. And
We
Justin
just
is
need
gonna
Justin
join
to
us
get
for
that damn
date
job.
night one
We
night. huh,
just
Oh,
need
yeah, I have
Justin to
to.
get that job at Micro Center. That's all. Once you're in there, I promise we will not come banging on the
My
window.
subscribers gonna
Hey,
go up once
Justin,
that happens.
Justin, what's up, Justin? Tapping on the window. We can't do that. Okay.
He'll be
Well,
slowly running away.
500 subscribers in one day, and they found out I'm working for Micro Center.
If I can just say something from what I said a little while, I just want to make sure because I've seen a comment. I want to make sure everybody understands. I'm not. Please do not take it as what I said was picking on anybody who is not being able to earn a living on a smaller income, not being able to save. What I just meant was people, way too many people living way above their means. That's what I was talking about. That kind of stuff like that, and having to realize how important it is. I had a business that went under because I was with somebody who couldn't get that through their head.
Andrew,
Yep.
Andrew, I'm gonna cut through the cheese and say it the way it's supposed to be said.
Okay.
There's too many people out there with expensive cars, their hair done, expensive $300 and $400 sneakers on, and eating ramen for dinner.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I went out and showed my son a couple of years ago, my oldest son, showing about managing money, and I took him out to a more affluent area, and there's houses there, 800,000-900,000, those new stone facade ones. And I said, "Do you notice something wrong here?" And he didn't. At first, I said, "Do you realize the car's parked in front of there? There's a 10-year-old Toyota Corolla. Does that look like a house that should be parked in front of a $900,000 house?"
Right.
They've lived so far behind
Stop
the
it.
means they can't even get a, you know,
Get
I'm
here.
not looking down on them. What I'm saying is most people have gone so far dead from their house alone, they can't even maintain the same equilibrium in their being. You know, a house like that, you would most likely have a BMW, or you would have something like that. It shouldn't be a rotted out, rusted car that's 12 years old.
Or he's gonna drive it till it's gone so he can afford that house.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he's doing. You know, their money has just gone into the wrong priorities. And like you say, that's the ramen noodles type of thing. Like they're broke. Yes, they have the house, but they have nothing left to them. You know?
Yeah, that's
Or
true.
the burnt hot dog.
Val, was that Kevin you were talking to? Like, come here, sit.
No, that was Ranger. This
Oh,
was like burnt hot dog.
Oh my God.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Kevin like that.
No, because he gets all persnickety.
Yeah. So he's sitting there begging for food.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah,
Roger.
yeah. Roger's, not Roger, Ranger's here going, "Can I have some of that burnt hot
oh
dog?"
my God.
That is good.
That was good. Roger, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was unexpected and funny as well.
No, Roger, that was not good.
That was really good, Roger.
I can't say too much longer, but I was wondering, you were talking about the bots. Is that why you wanted me? I didn't know if you had questions or something like that. That's
No.
Oh,
Like
okay,
I
okay.
said, like I said, I took a bunch of plates and threw them in the air, and whichever ones I shot, they
okay.
came in.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to ditch
You
that.
know,
No, but that-
it's always appreciated whether you come in, and I feel bad because I can't visit as many live streams as I want, because if I
Right.
visited everyone I know that had a live stream, I would never be off the computer.
And you would never see everybody just the same. I mean, it's impossible to do. You know,
Yeah.
It is.
So
I've always told people, if you're watching me on the sake that I have to go watch you, please don't watch me, because I'll never promise, because I can't. I don't know when I'll be by. I don't know when I'll see what you do.
and I'm going to be honest right here, and I'm being I'm really being really honest, but I do a lot of lurking like some people, because some places and sometimes you go and you just want to sit back and watch the live stream, and then you go, "Hey, what's up, Andrew?"
Yeah.
And if you know Roger, he goes, "I sent the invite, Lawrence."
Right? He says
And
that
then you
to
don't
me,
want
too.
to, and you don't want to feel bad for not joining the live stream, even though you're in their live stream.
Well-
You get it.
Well, you've been in
Yes.
Roger's house. Roger has a pad of paper by, he calls it the shit list. If you haven't been there, then you're in it. He's keeping tabs like dead numbers, like one for one. Yeah.
And then you got people like Paul going live at 3 a.m. in the morning. Now, usually at
You know,
3
what the
a.m., I
hell?
get up to go use the bathroom. But when it's 3 a.m. and all of a sudden the whole room lights up and it's
Well,
an alert that
I'm
I,
people is
I,
live.
You know
I,
what?
I
I send out invitations to all my friends at 3 a.m.
You know what, Lawrence? I got that alert one
He's a
time.
giver.
I grabbed the phone and looked. I opened it up. I'm like, Paul is what? Oh, going back to bed.
But that's a good thing, because I'm 46 and one day my prostate's going to go and I'll know I'll have a show to watch.
There you go.
It's what you have to look forward to. It's what you have to look forward to, Andrew.
Yeah, that's right. Paul will be there waiting for me, and that means
That's right. With open arms.
Thank you, Paul. I might start crying again. Yeah.
We'll welcome you into the
Go.
men that pace the floors heading for the bathroom all night long.
Made me turn the notifications off on the phone,
Take a
then I'll miss something
screenshot and
else.
go to your gallery and share it with her.
I downloaded it.
Excuse
But
me a
it's-
second. My wife needs to send a picture.
Okay.
Select.
What
send.
kind of picture?
Well, they're sharing computers now because his wife is working from home, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
she uses his computer.
He got punked. That's what it sounds
Okay,
like
here
to
we go.
me.
We go.
I didn't hear the slap
Okay.
on the back of the head.
Okay,
We
Andrew,
normally hear, Lawrence.
I like that bot cam you got.
Yeah. The what?
Yeah. Oh man, I like the bot cam on Andrew's show. I like that.
Oh, the bot cam. Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah, Andrew. There's the question I can ask you.
Okay.
How do I get how do I get something like that?
The bot cam is just when but you guys go live through Zoom, right?
Yeah.
See, I don't know for that one how you set it up because I go through OBS, so I'm going through my live
But I
menu.
can use OBS and pull it up in the lower corner.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I do. I'm just capturing the live because you watch your analytics. You have it where it says like stream settings, analytics, viewer activity, blah 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 blah.
Right.
I just put it on analytics, and from there, that's where I capture it happening, and then I just size.
Are you
it up.
serious?
Yeah, that's
I
how
thought
it
you
is.
subscribed to a bot service or
Oh
something.
no, I made that myself. That's
Okay,
another
see?
Andrew Jerry rigged.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, no, I used to show it because the problem was they were suppressing us. They were doing the opposite of raising your numbers, showing like 500 in.
Mhm.
They're doing the opposite to us and trying to make it a flop by saying, say there's 60 people there. They'll set the number, they can set it higher or they can set it lower. So they're doing the opposite and say setting it at 40. So all of a sudden 20 people start getting thrown out because it's not lining up with the numbers.
Yeah.
So that's what their game is. So I'm like, well, here, you don't like to be seen and you want me to make it look, they want to make it look like we're falling apart or we're botting ourselves. So, well, here you go. You can watch it for yourself and make a call. So,
Yeah, because actually the original title of this live stream was Sunday Night with Those Guys, number 61, YouTube bot invasion.
yeah, that's why when
but,
you seen the email.
but we went squirrel hours ago
That's okay.
and haven't been the same since.
But
Well,
it's okay.
can I say something about Andrew right now?
Well,
I got to tell you how entertaining.
Do
he
I have to
is.
say the disclaimer?
Yes.
The views and
You
opinions
do.
that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because he had a rant this week, and I want you guys, if you
I
have to
loved
watch
it.
them all to get to that rant, do it. But he was talking about a different platform, and even when he has a rant, nobody has a rant better than Andrew to point out exactly what's going on and why you have to be careful with what you're doing. I mean, I think I put 3 comments before I realized, because I was on the rewatch, before I realized I was treating it like I was live and just saying what I was thinking all the way
I
through.
love that though. I love that. By the way.
So I had to stop. But really, that when he does rant, I just want him to put rant because I know exactly what I have to go watch. That was beautifully done, Andrew, I thought.
Well, the thing is with it all is YouTube has made everybody I've been involved with at some point seems like it's either they're made money off of polarizing. It's either one side or the other. And it's played a lot with politics, the kind of current world if they're bringing it into YouTube. It's either you're for it or against it. And nobody talks about the other side of it. It's just this, you got to do this, you got to do this, but nobody says why. Or you got to do this, you got to do this, and they don't tell you what could happen if you do it.
Right.
Oh, just do it. Just do it. Don't ask questions. Just do it. And a lot of channels, and Xenia and I get the emails later when somebody's channel's gone. You know, we get kind of the aftermath of it all. So that's why I do it like that. I mean, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's as straightforward as it can possibly be. I'm not telling you to do it. Go do it. Like those ones I saw the other night. I'm glad they're gone. Go. There's
he's got the cone of silence.
Oh, that's the saddest thing in the world is a dog with a cone.
That's the cone of silence, like from Get Smart.
And he got more mud on it, but it's not as bad as what he.
If you want to quiet a dog down, you put the cone of silence on him.
Yeah, that's right.
But Andrew, I think you made it really clear because I think I had asked you.
What's
in
up,
a
Night
private
Train?
Zoom, I think I'd asked you what it was going on about that because I didn't understand. I
No.
just thought they were using this thing like, oh yeah, I'm so cool.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something. I didn't know it was actual platform.
Yep. No, that's and there's hundreds of those platforms competing with YouTube. I don't know why they got such a hard on for that one, to be perfectly honest. There's tons of them. It's just a way to
Follow
get
the
people away.
money, Andrew. Follow the money.
Well, that's exactly what it was. Get the money out of here and keep it in a more closed group. What doesn't work here is not going to work anywhere else. It's not like you get a new one.
Hey, Brant Earl.
Remember.
Hey, Paul. Brant says, I noticed that the Todd bot has been commenting on your
Yep.
videos.
I had 2 today as well. Again,
Yeah.
What is a Todd bot?
That's a bad guy.
Put the link in the chat so people know.
It puts a link in your chat, and when you click on it, it goes to a porn channel.
Yeah, yeah, we did a
Channel?
Yeah.
we did that the other night. We did a special on those ones, and it's about how they're
Guys, do not go to it just because what Novice said. I'm sure it's just.
Oh no, you can click on it if you want to and lose control of your computer.
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, if not that severe, some type of identity theft will be going on.
No,
Don't click on links.
Yeah, on the link side, be careful with it. The
Right,
main thing is
right.
they're building channels, though. That's what they're doing. They're building their farming channel.
Hey, Andrew, what are some of the names? Todd? What else?
Todd, Tim,
Tyler, and it changes names over time. Sorry, I was
Want
just
your views
opening
so
back
they
up.
can sell the account.
And
Yeah, here it is.
Oh,
Yeah, and that's all them. They're all the same channel that I'm holding
Yes.
in my hand.
yes.
They've been changing identities, and they're grazing this channel up to be they're farming this channel to make it big enough to sell.
and also be aware of the comments too, where they're just generalized comments, right?
They look like they're from viewers, but they're actually learning from the other comments in the chat.
Or Val, you know how you go, click on someone's channel to see what their channel is? Well, it goes to nowhere.
Yeah.
You click on the name and it'll go to nowhere. That's
That's
how
why
you
they
know
were
it's a bot.
They were hacking a bunch of channels, and they're still going on if they can get access to it. But that's a lot of work, and a lot of them they lose back.
But YouTube, as of lately, if you've noticed, Andrew, has been kind of tight on it and pretty much on point so far. Knock wood.
Except the interesting thing Andrew told us was that Ksenia got in contact with YouTube, and because about them trying to buy and sell channels, and YouTube said, well, it's like we treat it like a business.
Yeah, because there used to be a stated into it that you couldn't have a broker. You could do it sale to sale, but you couldn't do it through a broker.
Right.
YouTube has now phased it out. We went back to the terms of service, and that's gone now. So then we started digging and digging and digging, and then finally got an answer onto it. They never gave us a yes. They gave us a dance around answer, but basically it comes to you can use brokers. So then we showed the example where you can actually buy channels on the black market. They all have
Andrew, I appreciate that link because that's going to come in handy in the future.
where are you seeing that link?
I didn't post it. I can post it if you want. If you
No,
like.
I don't want it. I don't want to actually hit it. And
No. When we talk about it. No.
Oh, okay. You can post that link.
Yeah, no. If you want to check it out later on. Yeah, I don't know. No.
I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be stuck in some porno site and they're going to have my channel.
No, there you go there. So.
Well, there's a lot of that going on too. They're stealing channels too,
Just
right?
watch it from your phone then, Val.
Because there's the main channel, and then like this one is 400 and some thousand subscribers, but only 4 videos on it. And then the rest are like 100,000, 125, all the way down to which are just viewer channels with no subscribers.
Yep.
And they're sent out to farm views for this other channel. And what they do is they look at the comments, and their AI comes up with a sort of on-topic comment based on what's being said in the chat. And we'll look for keywords that are being used.
So okay, so he comments in your chat, right? Or not on your video. He comments, and you say thank you. Nothing happens, right?
Yeah, no, but you shouldn't comment. You should right away. You should block it, and you should report it. That's because Brand Arrow's asking. Always flag it, because then you're helping to teach YouTube's algorithm to watch out for these things.
Yeah,
it might feel futile.
Hello, Pauline Newman.
Hey,
Well,
Pauline.
Basically, Val, it's getting to the point now where before you comment on a video, you need to see that it's an authentic person and not a bot. If you click on the person's name and it takes you to nowhere, that's obviously a bot. If it takes you to an account that says, if I click on Roger Martin and it takes me to Pusa Studios, that's a bot.
Yeah, but
You
the
understand?
The Todd one has its own account. It has its own channel, and
It has an account.
how to grow, and then it goes
Right.
all the way down. Then the smaller ones, they're out trying to draw in business for that one.
And you have to think about it. Why would, and now this may sound kind of stupid, but why would someone with 37,000 or 14,000 subscribers leave a comment on my page? Nice video. Or just robots do that. It's a common.
Well, like Todd today.
Okay, I just
Todd
looked.
today-
I don't have any comments.
Todd asked me today.
I'm not up to that level where they're trying to steal me.
Todd asked me to collaborate today. Love what you're doing here. Let's collaborate. You know.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of thing.
I got something similar to that.
And
Yeah.
Val, you know the red video. You know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
People into it. Well, one of them I found out not only fell for it, but was trying to communicate through Twitter with the bot. So that was rewarding. That was something that's against sub for sub, but yeah, and that's what this bot channel was promising: grow your channel fast with subs. I found their communications with them, trying to get in touch with them on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Right.
Yeah, there's all kinds of juicy nuggets out there.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah. You just have to be careful of what it's not any worse. You just have to be careful of what you click on and pay attention to your comments. Like, if I come to and if I come and watch a video or something of someone, I go, nice video. I describe, I like that ship in the video. There's subject, there's content.
Right.
When someone sends you a message saying, nice video, I love the dog, and you didn't have a dog in your video. Well, hello.
Yeah.
All you have to do if you want to know that is put something in your title that's
See
not
right
in
here,
your
awesome video. I loved it. Collab ? Now what it is, these bots, and now correct me if I'm wrong, but Andrew, these bots, the more you develop a relationship with them, the more they send you stuff. They try to learn and have conversations.
Yeah, and as well as it makes them better at the AI learning. The AI, their AI is learning the same way as YouTube's, and
exactly.
So that's why you want to hit a flag right away onto it and flag it.
Yep.
So that way YouTube is realizing, okay, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing, and hopefully at least slow. It's like weeds; we can't get rid of it, but we're trying to keep it as minimal as possible.
Right.
Well, Andrea, would you say it's growing more and more?
Oh, definitely. Right now,
People
yeah.
have time right now to be bad.
Don't forget, there's a lot of people in a lot of countries that are very well educated where there's not much work, and you add in what's going on as a pandemic right now. A lot of new people are out on the streets and looking to generate money. A channel that's got 30,000 views sometimes could sell for, a couple of $1,000 easily. 10,
Okay,
15,000.
Roger.
Yeah.
Okay, Roger.
Okay.
Love you, Roger.
Just take care.
All right, Roger.
Well,
Andrew,
I'm sending you a link, Roger, for 7.
Andrew, they actually do try to steal your channel, right?
Have you?
That happens, yeah. Like Mixi XO and XO, and a bunch of them went through that where they stole their channel, and that's what they did right away. They blocked their friends list. They started removing videos. They were going to start to make it into a null channel, but with the numbers and keep it active by doing this kind of thing. So then it would be worth more on the market. It wouldn't have an identity. It would have the numbers, and somebody could buy it and do whatever they wanted.
They steal somebody's channel and then turn around and try and sell it.
They try to erase the history of it, whatever it was. Like Mickey, she's like kind of, I guess, under the influencer style. Try to wipe that away somewhat to keep it more null, so it's worth more to selling it in case somebody buy it whatever, gaming or whatever the case.
You know what? I just find this also over my head.
Well, it is. I mean, it's ridiculous. We never expected all this when we came onto YouTube 2 years ago.
Val, it's the same thing now, and I know you know this. When you go to an ATM where you slide your card in the slot, they tell you to grab the nose of it and pull it, because if it slides out, that's a skimmer on top of it. They do it at gas stations.
I didn't know that.
They do it at gas stations. Before I slide my card in any slot anywhere, I tug on it. And if you pull, it's usually stuck on with Velcro or double-sided tape. And if it's a skimmer, which really reads your card and then sends the information to the bank. And when you put in your PIN, it records all of that. And then they come and disattach that skimmer, and they have your PIN and your card number. And they go shopping. You have to know how to do these things, Val.
Yeah,
seriously, if you want to survive in this
world. The banks are on to that tight, because the bank, I had an issue and the bank told me, not to use. They sent me a thing about most frequent places not to use. And,
Those little ATMs in a local bodega.
Well, I would never use that. No, but gas stations. And I found out from a gas station attendant in Staten Island that the reason why, in certain areas they ask you to put in your zip code and all that information, and when you put your card in, is because of the theft and stuff that goes on in those areas.
Yeah.
In certain neighborhoods, all you gotta do is swipe that card, and if it's good, it's good. It's go. Let's go.
Mhm.
You don't have to put in your zip code and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
It's just an extra step to stop you from doing it.
Yeah,
but
so the internet is the same way, Val.
Yeah.
You have to check
that thing about with these people and these comments that are being left on videos. I like to answer everyone back that leaves a comment on my videos, and now it's at the point where I don't know who I can leave a comment with, because comment back to, because these videos I don't know a lot of these people. I know the regulars. I know the people that I know that come here all the time, and they come to the Rogers
Excuse
channel.
me one second.
The Val, vice versa. I know the people that I know from Pusa Studios, but I'm getting a lot of new people now, and I don't know some of these channels, and I just find it hard to answer them back.
It's a lot of use the same kind of common sense as in real life. If it's a bigger channel and it sounds too good to be true, it most likely is. Just go see what they look like. If it's a big channel, they only got like 3 videos, something's wrong.
Yeah, but some of them are channels that have videos that are not theirs. They're just
with all that stuff. Yeah,
videos.
That's warning signs right there. Exactly.
But
I mean, don't feel bad. You're not going to get every one of them. They're quite convincing. The scams are a scam for a reason, because they work. Some people like, oh, we're saying that, like, oh, I feel bad, I answered this and that. Well, don't feel bad. That's what scams were meant to do. They know what YouTubers are like. They know what they look for, the same as anything. When they target on the phone for seniors, they know what to say. They know their audience, for lack of a better term. So just do the best you can. Try and be as diligent as possible. And you can only do your best. And
yeah, you're right. I mean,
you enter somebody, it's not your fault. Lots are as well. So, don't be too hard on yourself about that.
Like you're saying, report those channels, and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna report this channel here.
But you get it, you'd like that one, like he wants to collab, and if I went over first time, I would look over and see, and it's like, wow, this guy, 400 some thousand subscribers, he wants to collab with me with 3 videos. Everything is sending off warning bells,
Right.
Nothing looks right. And the ones that are like comments that are coming from end users that have no subscribers, those are more tricky, because if they make sense, how do you know if it's a viewer or not?
Right.
So
well, it's the same thing as Facebook, guys. When you go in and someone says, hey, I want you to be your friend, and you see a couple people that are friends with theirs, and then you go to their Facebook and you look down, and it's just profile picture.
Yeah,
my profile picture, and that's what it is all the way down.
Yeah,
I don't friend them, I get rid of them.
Exactly. I mean, there's no content to it. It's just plug stuff, for lack of a better term. Something's usually wrong with that.
That's right.
Hey, Andrew, I just got your alert. You're going live in 30 minutes.
Yeah. That's why I'm sorry, guys. I do have to take off to get everything.
No, I appreciate you coming in, man. Anytime you come in is a pleasure.
I always joke. I think the world of you guys, always do. And anytime I love hanging out with you guys. It's always a pleasure.
What are you doing?
So you guys are an awesome group. So
hey,
we appreciate you very much.
I'm headed down to catch a ship. I got to leave too. So
all right, Paul.
All right. Get brownies. You're not going to catch a ship.
Paul, I'm going to be sending you a link if you want to come in.
Okay, I should be back in about a half hour, 45 minutes or so.
All right, fly safe, Paul.
Hey, you guys have a great. It was a great show. Everybody, thanks, and thanks to everybody in the chat.
Hey, Phantom FPV.
Paul, once you take one orbit around the ship, catch one shot coming across the bow.
Welcome to the TX.
And just fade out into the music.
Just fade out.
Yeah. Give it a shot.
All right. We'll see you guys.
All right. Later, Paul.
Take care, everybody. Be well. Thanks for having me.
Andrew, take it easy, man. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, Andrew.
Always a pleasure. Bye, Val. Bye, everybody.
I'll catch you on the rewatch.
Sounds good. You be well, okay?
See you later.
Take care, everybody.
Later.
So, I heard your radio, Justin. What are you doing?
Nothing.
I heard. Welcome to
Yes,
OpenTX.
man.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how I can make my radio greet me every time I cut it on. I saw someone
Gotta
cut
download
on
the
their
sound
radio.
file.
I saw someone cut on their radio, and the radio was like, "Welcome back, so and so." You dick. I thought it was so funny. The radio welcomed them back and then insulted them.
You know who does that when you call there? Samsung.
What happened?
Samsung. When you call Samsung,
Yeah.
I don't like that when the
Okay,
computer
back.
calls you by your name.
What's the search?
Val is reading in Facebook. Velocidrone servers, the data center is having issues. They keep having to reboot and currently is slow. Or you hear the update,
What?
Val? The update on
Are you serious?
Velocidrone.
I know. So, guys, the reason why Corey's telling me that is I go live at 7 o'clock.
Mhm.
Right.
And it's in for a ball, and we bring other people in, and we just talk basically just about drone stuff and FPV, and then just other stuff going on.
Mhm.
And so, hey, Jeffrey style. And so we have, and then after that, about 9 Eastern, we have game night, and I go off, come back on, and it is just blustering, and we fly and we play, and it's fun, right? Right, Novice?
Yes, I have been there a couple of times. I have been there.
I've watched a few times.
Yeah, yeah, and I know Justin has too, because he'll come on and go first. And
Like a giant video game.
and when Velocity down, it just makes it very sad because then we can't really have that extra piece where we all get to fly together, and I get to show everyone how everyone else is flying because I just hit my space bar and up on my screen comes other people's flying, and it's been kind of fun.
I had realized that. I had no idea that Kim was such a great flyer of that little tiny bird that he flies. Because when I was with you guys, I was trying to follow him, and then he must have heard I was trying to follow him. He started like he was being chased by the cops or something. He was all over the damn place.
Oh my God. And then he gets really
Going down the
excited, and
side
then his
street.
eyes get big and round like a zombie, and he's just like looking at his screen. It's the funniest thing I ever saw. He's like, I go, hey, Novice, after you. Yes. And he's like,
See, I enjoy. See, I believe that the way to learn how to fly is to follow someone.
yes.
Because to follow them, you have to do the controls, certain controls to keep up behind someone. So that I always enjoy trying to follow someone when they're flying FPV, even if it's in real life. Like today, Justin and I were practicing flying under stairs.
Oh,
There was
nice.
a stairway. It's concrete, but there's a stairway with this gap, and on the other side of the gap are these set of rocks that ascend and then drop off. So you have to go under the stair and clear the rock. And I came through, and all of a sudden Justin goes right past me at 100 miles an hour. I'm like, wow. I'm so glad we weren't on the same line.
And I got to tell you, for me to follow anybody, I don't have as good a throttle control as you guys have because I always end up passing him. But it's not because I'm that good, I'm going to pass you. It's because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I just end up passing him. I have to turn around and try.
You know
to
why? Because you're thinking about it. It's the same thing with a camera drone. After a while, you don't have to think about what you're doing. You just have to do it. And if you're trying to say, okay, he's turning left, I need to turn left, you're focusing too much on trying to follow him as opposed to just flying. If you pay attention, your fingers will let you, if he dives, you know to drop throttle and tilt down towards him. You know, if you overthink it, that's what happens. It is fun flying with people you chat with.
And almost always the same color, like Jen and Mike Banny. They always have the white Comtrail, right? And Mac Attack is usually a gold Comtrail, and I'm pink, what they call.
Yeah, I know. Always. The like button has sanitized for your protection. Use it, then wash your hands.
You know,
very much appreciated. Very much appreciated.
You know, Lawrence, that time we were on the beach there, I didn't think I got the shot when you flew past Justin.
Yeah.
I don't know how close you were when you flew past, but I actually got it on camera. I didn't think the camera picked it up, but it did.
Okay, because in my
I didn't
goggles,
see it.
I'm looking up. I need to lower the screen down here. Now I can see the chat down here. That's a lot easier. But when I did that in my camera, and from flying for a little while, I could tell I was maybe about 5 or 6 feet away. But when you have something with props spinning at so many revolutions going by, it sounds a lot closer. You know, it does. Love my drone says, got a cold one in my hand. Jeffrey Freestyle. Cheers. Here, Ed.
A cold one in your hand.
There you go, Ed.
I got you
Salute.
guys a question. I saw something on Facebook with Quebec. Did he have a loss recently?
Who?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
It just, I wasn't sure what I was reading because I was like, oh no, okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he lost his mom, and our condolences. We gave some condolences to him earlier in the live stream, but unfortunately, yes, that is what happened. And
I spoke to him earlier today.
Yeah. Right, and then I was a little upset that I found out that Big Mac was sick due to the virus, not the virus, due to COVID-19. You say the virus and you just think anything, but due to COVID-19, and even though I couldn't do anything, it was still disturbing because there are people I know that are getting sick. And one guy, my nephew's best friend through growing up, he was in the hospital. And what he had to do to get in the hospital was freaking ridiculous. He went to the hospital. He's an MTA worker, transit worker, New York City Transit Authority employee. Went to the hospital and said, I'm pretty sure I need to be tested for COVID. I have all of the symptoms, the high fever, the sore throat. I can't taste anything. He went to the hospital. They sent him home and said, if the symptoms get worse, come back. He came back the very next day and said, my fever, I've had this fever. It comes and it goes, and I've run out of Tylenol. I need to get into the hospital. They sent him away again for the second time. So what he did was he went outside the hospital and started screaming at the top of his lungs, I'm going to kill myself. I have COVID-19. Now, he didn't plan on doing this, but he knew if he was suicidal, the hospitals have to admit him.
They do.
But now
so what happened is, they put him in a psychiatric ward, and the entire time that they were triaging him and they were saying, look, I have all the symptoms of COVID, and they was you still want to kill yourself? He's like, yes. And that's the only way he got in the hospital. While in the hospital, had he went straight home, while in the hospital, he had 3 seizures. Okay. And to make a long story short, he's home now recovering, but just think about what he had to do to get in the hospital because the hospitals were not accepting anyone. And he's a city worker.
Well, he got lucky with that whole mental thing because that's another reason for them to keep you and
they took him to
you need to be in the hospital.
He said they took him to the psychiatric ward and everything. They had to because he said he wanted to kill himself. But if it wasn't for that, and the nurses and people who are taking care of him, he was telling them what he had to go through to get in the hospital, and they were like, we feel so sorry, we feel so bad, but we are turning away people, and people are going home dying with this COVID-19. So it's real
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It is BS on our healthcare system, but you want to know what? And I'm not going to get into politics, but the current regime did everything they could to get rid of Obamacare and raise the insurance rates to make it fail. And now just to turn around and make it that regime's care. Because I'm getting emails now for Trump care. Okay, so and I'm not going to go into. I don't want to go into politics. I just had to say his name to let you know the kind of bullshit that's going on.
It should not be political. It's just about people. Let's get testing. Let's stop people and say, hey, you have to make the tests. You have to. So make them and take the politics out of it. I mean, this is like nothing I've ever seen in my life.
Val, they got warning back in November that China had an outbreak. In January, the month of January, certain senators and congressmen were selling their stock back then. Okay. We didn't hear anything about it until when? February?
Very, very end of January, very beginning of February.
Thank you. The case in point proven, and we'll diverse from that subject because there's no need to even go there. There's enough channels talking about that and stuff.
Yeah. I watch promo every day, but I have no idea how you guys feel about him. But I watch him every day because it's I at least get real information, I think, about what is actually going on, because it's so hard to tell.
Well, honestly, I told this to my father, and I mentioned this to Lawrence. And I'm actually afraid of what's happening right now, because what's happening in Washington has been able to confuse once again a lot of people into believing, let's just open up tomorrow.
I know.
To hell with what's happening. Let's just get back.
Yeah, and right now,
I think that it's not a good idea, because let's just get right back is going to put a lot of people right back in the middle of it.
Well, this is what's happening in China right now. China is going through their second wave of COVID-19 because there are people like there are here in the States protesting and saying we have to get back to work. If you're scared to come outside, stay the hell home, but I'm going to work. And over there, China's going through their second wave. And you want to know what's even scarier? We're not getting the new numbers.
Well, see, you know what's the thing when you talk about businesses and stuff like that, Lawrence? There are businesses that are open now, right? And people can go to these stores. Now, there were stores around here that were open. They're not open anymore because they're not doing business. Yeah. So they've closed. What's going to happen to some of these stores? They still got to make that rent.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I get all of that. I get all of that. I want to have it open too. I want to go out with my dogs and walk down the green belt that's not packed. I want to do all of those things also. But the truth is, every time someone passes away, there are brothers, there are sisters. If you look at it from a Christian point of view, they belong to us too. All of them.
Cardoso Media goes, it's like jumping out of a plane and opening up a parachute and halfway down taking the parachute off. Plain and simple. Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Yeah. The problem is it doesn't matter how much money you have, because you don't have enough to stop the government. So whatever they decide to do, we only have to hope that our local politicians are going to do the right thing. Like Cuomo, I've been telling Herman this for a while. Well, not Herman. I've been telling my wife this for a while. But Cuomo, in 2024, you're going to see him run for president, because the way he's politicking and pushing for New York.
I already knew that from before, because he had long time shown that he was a Republican and Democrats close.
Uh-huh.
With the friends that he has.
Yeah. So let's just hope we pull through it, and we pull through it safely. That's all we can do and hope for. Val, you're going live at 7?
What time is it? Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, Val.
I can't have my rant anymore. Sorry, Herman. I know it's
not a
rant. But I gotta go. Yeah, my show's at 7.
Have a good live stream, Val.
Okay, I will.
Probably after this, I have some supao. If you know what supao is, it's a Puerto Rican chicken noodle soup.
Ooh, sounds good.
Mother-in-law made it, and she sent some down, and my wife is sitting there.
I bet. And she should, before you get to it. She needs to have her share.
Huh?
Hey.
Well, Lawrence going to eat the whole thing.
Hey, Lawrence, you go ahead and eat. I know you need to eat and then get your adult drink, and hopefully we'll see you after that. Yeah?
Bye, I don't have any adult drinks tonight.
What?
I don't have any alcohol tonight.
Why?
It's like, why?
I didn't get a stimulus.
Yeah. Me
Crab
neither.
legs? No, I'm BSing. Crab legs and Henny? No, let me stop. I don't even drink Henny. But
I have
no,
some Irish whiskey, but I haven't opened it.
I actually don't have any alcohol tonight because I had some last night. So Ed, I'm so sorry.
Well, and if
I'm
you
s-
see, there wasn't
Okay,
there wasn't
Steve.
really much people out there, but there were some. You out, Val? See you later. Yeah, and there wasn't much people out there, but there were a few people doing some weird things. The cops had to chase a few people off the playground.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. When we were out there, they
But if
did
you,
chase some people out of the playground.
but if you look at the shots on the streets, not too many people out there, if any at all.
Yeah, for some reason, the beach seems to be a wide enough place where you could have an abundance of people and everyone still stay separated.
I still say you can have a social distancing barbecue. Everybody bring their
Desperate
mask.
times come for desperate measures.
They had a graduation of cadets, and everyone sat 8 feet apart. I like how they placed the seats, each one 8 feet apart.
Could you imagine? I mean, seriously, could you imagine?
Well, at a barbecue, everyone 8 feet apart. They ain't
It's
gonna
not
be
really-
yelling anyway over the music.
It's not really a barbecue, is it?
Listen, just rotate around the table. Stay 8 feet apart. Keep your mask
Justin,
on.
what the hell are you working on? I know you're working on something, FPV.
Yeah, I'm playing around my drones.
Yeah, I know that, but are you tweaking for the next time we go out and fly at our new spot?
Changing the receiver. That's it.
Huh?
No,
What
I'm
happened? You're taking out what?
No, I'm changing the receiver.
Oh, you're changing receiver on your favorite bird.
I'm stealing it from another one and putting it into this.
Oh, see, desperate times call for desperate measures. You hear that, Ed? He's taking a receiver out of one bird to put it in one of his favorite birds. So basically, you're taking a kidney from one bird, and no, not even. You're taking a lung from one bird to put it in another bird to revive it.
I'm gonna put it back
Nah,
eventually.
you just don't invite that many people, Night Train.
What happened? You need a football party like that.
Barbecue.
Booster Studios is live in a few minutes. Val's going live tomorrow, Monday night. Tomorrow, Monday night.
Don't forget
the PMS show.
The PMS show, Paul Murray show.
Paul Murray, right? He's not here to advertise for himself, so we're going to advertise for him. Notice it's the PMS show, Paul Murray show.
You forget every week, Lawrence. Don't.
We just go there to show support and like he supports us and get out. But it's really Paul's show, despite what he says. The Paul and Herman show and stuff like that. It's just Paul Murray. Anyway,
yeah,
I have some footage I need to post because I
of who?
Justin. I used the footage from the beach houses that I was flying under.
Yeah.
Before we left,
Mm-hmm.
I have a small clip of that I want to upload, but I probably won't release it till the morning.
I got you.
But I did mention to you, I sent you a text saying I found out why I was getting so much vibration. And you want to know what it is?
Much footage from the beach is not funny.
You're gonna
laugh. GoPro mount?
Huh?
The GoPro mount?
No,
right.
I'm going too slow.
Going too slow.
Because I'm hovering, I have more vertical up and down. Whereas when I noticed when we at the first spot and we were flying along the beach, as long as I was pitched at a certain angle, it was easy. But as soon as I slow down and try and hover and move real slow, that's where the vibration comes in. So until we get back to that spot again, I have to finish testing that theory, but I'm pretty sure when we were flying under the stairs, like you have a good speed for that 5-inch, but that 7-inch needs to be going a lot faster. Yeah. This one here needs to be going a lot faster. And Hadley was saying that I could throw a 6-cell on there with 5-inch blades, but I'm not going to do it at risk of blowing.
Put it up, Night Train. Put it up.
At risk of blowing the ESCs. So when we flying again, Justin? That's
Probably
what's
Monday,
up.
probably tomorrow.
Brand Ariels, thanks for coming in, brother. Always, Ed says, always moving forward is best. Well, see, Ed, I'm slowly finding out that I thought I do like slow flow flying, but unfortunately, you need a special bird for slow flow flying, and everything I have is much faster than that. So I need to pick up my speed to get those smooth, flat lines, I call them, you know, when you're cruising like this across the ground. But I do have one good shot, Justin, cruising above the water at about 1.5 feet, and the waves are going under real smooth. It's only for about maybe 10 seconds, but it's good. What's up, feet on the ground?
Feet on the ground.
That's Rob from Australia. He's the one that's taking the goggles from you, and I'm taking the blame, Rob, because Herman and I got together to fly, and he had the goggles in the back seat, and
Right next to his drone.
I forgot to take him out of the back seat of his car.
Right next to his drone.
Yes, right next to my drones and my bags. Yeah, yeah. So I take full blame for that. Good morning. How are we? That's right. It's morning time over there in Australia. I forget about that. What time is it in the morning there? And you came in a little late. We got about 6 minutes left to the live stream. It's if it's 6 minutes to 7 there. I'm trying to. No, I can only go as far as Asia, as far as Japan. To know the time difference. I don't go any further over than that. But Justin, we must fly there again, because if I can do a power loop under that, you know, the little awning that was behind us, we can fly that too, all from that one spot.
You guys have no behavior now.
Huh?
Now you guys have no behavior.
No behavior? What do you mean, man? Because now we're starting to find spots to fly?
Flying on people's furniture and buildings and people's property now. Destroying things and wondering why they don't want us to slide down the banister. I heard guys with the skateboarding complaining about being confined to a skateboard park. We were only sliding down the banister, scraping off all the paint you paid to have put on there.
Right? It's Monday morning there. Yes, I know, but it's 23:55 p.m. In Ireland. It's 11:55 p.m. in Australia. Thank you, Joe Mack, for letting us know. It's okay. It is a little late there. Very late. Well, it's not very late, depending on how late you stay up. Oh, feet on the ground, 8:24 a.m., 8:30 in the morning. Interesting. That's real interesting. That whole concept around the world and time differences and all of that. The fact that I'm getting ready to go eat dinner and you're probably just finished eating. You probably just finished eating breakfast and walking the dog at this time.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna do a drop, guys. Val's Life is next. Pusa Studio is on. Val's Life should be coming on in 4 minutes. Pusa Studio comes on in 4 minutes. Don't forget to come back next Sunday, p.m. Hey, Global Drone, I'm sorry, I missed you. Sunday nights, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on New York City time. Wednesday night on Phantom Flight 101's channel at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow night, Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is the Paul Murray Show, the PMS show.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, all of that. Anyway, thank you guys. We appreciate you. Please keep coming back. Ed, keep burning in packs, man. I got some telemetry videos I'm trying to get up. I'm just not rushing it. Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by Those Guys. And we're out.
See you later.
I can hit the stop live stream.